In today's generation, the cancel culture is in full effect, trying to take down celebrities' careers by holding their actions against them. Even though Ellen DeGeneres seems to be taking most of the heat this year, there are other celebrities who you might agree are worse than she is. Today on Beyond the Screen, I've got a part 3 list of the top 10 celebrities who are worse than Ellen. I'm your host for this one. Thanks for checking out our channel. If it's your first time here, you can come say hi to us on social media. Our links are down below. And to see more of what we do, just click the playlist right up here. But for now, I'm gonna get into this top 10 part 3 list. Beginning the countdown at number 10 is CAROLE Baskin. You guys, she literally killed her husband and then got a spot on Dancing with the Stars. Is there really a comparison between her and Ellen DeGeneres? Like, we're talking about murder. Never in my life would I think an accused murderer would get positive press and recognition and even paid to star on a huge TV competition series. She is literally like the ultimate how to get away with murder if she did murder him. Now, this is going off the fact that she actually did kill her husband, but we all know that has been one of the biggest debates of 2020. Majority of people are convinced that she did. I don't think I've met someone who thought she was innocent. But even if she is, a lot of people didn't really like her after seeing the Netflix documentary Tiger King. She was protesting against Joe Exotic's tiger zoo, yet she also keeps tigers in cages on her own property. So there was a lot of double standards that people just did not like. Coming in next, number 9 is Tom Cruise. He has had a few moments in his acting career that were questionable, yet somehow we seem to get over them pretty quickly. He is a huge member in the Scientology church, which is a massive controversy in itself. Some would say that alone is enough to say that he is worse than Ellen. But on more than one occasion, stories have surfaced of times where he was rude to people on set and people did not want to work with him ever again. A member from the US Navy came forward and said that they were told not to look at the movie star while filming Top Gun 2 and said he was very arrogant towards them. The crew member asked to remain anonymous when they went to NBC7 with their story, but then the Navy released a statement saying the claims were not true. They said, "Some sailors may have misinterpreted guidance from the Navy that told sailors to not approach actors while filming and not use cell phones on the sets." So really the story is all on whose side you believe. Sniping the number 8 spot is Charlie Sheen. How do we really pick a time where he took things too far and we probably shouldn't have forgiven him? The time he demanded a raise of 6 more figures per week even though he was making $2 million an episode? Or the time where he tried to sue the TV show that paid him those $2 million per episode? Or the time he illegally fired Selma Blair from the show Anger Management through a text message? Or the time he called the 2.5 Men creator a maggot and threatened to beat him up? I really could go on and on with a hefty list of examples. We could also never forget the interviews he did while he was drunk or high, especially the one where he said very disturbing things and tried to convince us that he had tiger blood running through his veins. Rolling into number 7 is Aubrey O'Day. She caused a ton of chaos online after paparazzi photos of her leaked online recently and caused the internet to go crazy. The photos revealed just how unrealistic and photoshopped her social media images are and how damaging it is to her followers and people looking up to her. When comparing the paparazzi photos to her Instagram, it looks like 2 different people. She responded to the photos by posting a mirror selfie saying, "It's amazing what people will do for clickbait." She claimed that the photos were altered and that they want to make a story about it. But eyewitnesses who saw her that day have said the photos are not edited in any way. But then people started to claim that her mirror picture was also altered and even pointed the things out. Some people might believe her story since the press does tend to make things up for a good story, but majority of people are not buying it. Coming into number 6 is Christian Bale. Are we really going to accuse Ellen of mistreating people when we've forgiven Christian for verbally assaulting a crew member and have the whole thing caught on camera? The rant went viral and has been talked about for years. It was during his time filming for the Terminator movie when he started yelling at a crew member for interrupting his scene to fix a light. He screamed for about 5 minutes straight and even told the director that he will not continue filming the movie unless the guy is fired. People couldn't believe that he would use his fame and power towards someone losing their job, especially over something so ridiculous. Christian since then has apologized for his behavior and called it inexcusable, so many people can be forgiving towards Ellen, I think, if they can be forgiving towards him. Because let's be real, his career continued on just fine after that. Halfway through at number 5 is Shia LaBeouf. The world forgave him for the time he was arrested back in 2017 after he got really drunk and went on a racist racist rant towards police officers. The worst part about it was that it wasn't just a story that we read in the tabloid. The whole thing was caught on video, so we actually got to see it firsthand. In the video, he's being arrested by officers and he is yelling racist slurs at them and cussing them out. That's basically the best way I can describe the video without actually saying the horrible things he said. After the incident, he was sentenced to 10 weeks of court-ordered rehab, where he says he learned that his defensiveness and violence was a result of post-traumatic stress disorder stemming from an incident in his childhood. He later did apologize for his actions and he seems to be in a better place now. No one is perfect, but to me it's like, why are we canceling all these celebrities but then forgiving other ones who also made poor decisions? Making his way into number 4 is Mel Gibson, another man who has had issues with racist rants and having them leaked online. His wild rant was recorded and leaked online after he sent a 30-minute voicemail, probably split up because I don't even think voicemails can be that long, to his girlfriend at the time, Oksana Grigorieva, who was also the mother of their 8-month-old child at the time. In the audio recordings, he was verbally threatening her and was yelling derogatory and inappropriate things towards her. Majority of his words are too inappropriate to say on here, and with YouTube's new guidelines, they would all be bleeped out, but he did threaten to have her jumped and sexually assaulted. The entire thing is honestly very cringy to listen to. I can't even listen to it. It's unreal that he got away with this. He later issued an apology after seeing the backlash he was getting, and he blamed it on being drunk and stupid. In spot number 3 is Mike Myers. People are quick to say that working with Ellen DeGeneres hasn't been a positive experience, but Mike Myers had this reputation long before she did. Turns out he was a nightmare to work with while filming Cat in the Hat, and maybe it's why his career slowly died down after that. One of his castmates from the movie described working with him as a nightmarish, horrible experience. She claimed that he covered the area around his trailer with tents because he didn't want anyone to see him. She also said he would keep everyone waiting for hours when it was time to film a scene because he didn't follow the production schedule, he just kind of did his own things. One thing Amy Hill and the director both revealed was that he had an assistant follow him around with a Tupperware of chocolate and feed him whenever he wanted them. Chris, I am still wanting you to do that for me. Sliding into number 2 is J.K. Rowling. The Harry Potter author has been under fire for months over comments she made about trans people. Some of her comments have come off insensitive as she expressed her opinions of sexuality. She posted some tweets about it saying that sex needs to be a real thing and claimed that there is no same-sex attraction. If her tweets weren't enough, then maybe her long blog post about it would be, but no. She wrote a book about it which surfaced recently, and it's basically about not trusting a man in a dress. The story is about 2 detectives investigating a cold case about a cisgender man who wears women's clothes to kill women. Maybe the timing of her book is not ideal with some of the other comments she's made, but people are not happy with the message that it seems like she's trying to make. You really have to read her blog and various posts to fully grasp her opinion on it, but a lot of people don't agree with it. Even Harry Potter himself. Winning the number 1 place is Joe Exotic. If we have Carole Baskin on this list, I think it's only fair that we have Joe too. I mean, he did get caught for killing innocent tigers and being part of a murder for hire plot against Carole. Investigators revealed that it was confirmed he had shot and killed 5 innocent tigers and sold baby lemurs and falsified paperwork to say they were donated. As for the hitman plot, he was allegedly going to pay $3,000 for a hitman to murder his rival, Carole. He is now in prison for 22 years despite the fact that he claims he is innocent. Another disturbing story throughout all of this also came out and claimed that he had taken on a woman's horse to his zoo to take care of it, but then he shot it and used it as meat for his tigers. So I think we can all agree that he is worse than Ellen, and probably majority of people on this list. I don't think many people are forgiving when it comes to animals. Alright guys, that is our part 3 list. Let me know what you're thinking down in those comments and leave a like if you enjoyed it, but for now I'm gonna end this video with comments from celebrities who destroyed their careers in seconds 2020. Life on Wheels says 2020, the year everyone lost their jobs. Yes, sadly, and their sanity probably. Mel Vividic says auditions just to see how Chris looks like. We're probably gonna get people like coming in here to audition for jobs just to get a look at Chris. That's kind of genius, and now I'm a little worried. Chris, you're gonna have to wear a mask. A full mask. Every audition from here on out. Joseph Izzo says, Joss, when are you becoming the mega celebrity and starring in the blockbusters we all want to see you in? No pressure. Well, you know, whatever's meant to be will be, whenever it's meant to happen. And maybe that is not what's meant to happen. Who knows? Ice Spaghetti says, stop canceling people who repent. We've all made mistakes. I agree. I think everyone has made mistakes. I know I've made mistakes that I would not want in front of the world. So this whole cancel culture thing just needs to end. And it's very annoying. All right, guys, I am getting out of here. Come say hi on social media. Subscribe, ring the bell to hang out with us every day. I've been your host, Joss. I will see you next time.